a new home for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 7 lunchbox ideas of what I pack for my kids. Bear in mind, these kids are picky eaters, so my goal is usually variety, and then at the same time my key to packing my kids lunchbox is always convenience, practical and satisfaction. So as much as possible I involve them in the process, and I don't have a timetable. Initially I did have a timetable, but I got to a point where it wasn't just working, so we just go with the flow and whatever we have in the fridge. Like you will see, most of these things are just whatever we see, we just wing it, to be honest. So but I ensure to ask them on a regular basis because I want it to be things that they will also enjoy. So I try to ask them, what do you think you'd like tomorrow, like at night, and then it just helps me prep for the next day. And then yeah, so most times they will say one thing, but I try to just incorporate whatever they've told me into their menu for the day, and so that's it. But okay, yeah, I'm showing you the drinks. So initially I used to buy the packed drinks, but I realized that they were expensive, and this was just cheaper buying this drink box bottle. It's just the same size with the smaller packs, and then what I do is just fill this up with the big bottle, and then it helps us save cost, and we are also helping the environment, not using the carton packed drinks anymore. And then yeah, this is the Welsh fruit snack. I usually pack fruit snack for them every day. This fruit snack, everybody have different opinion about it. I know a lot of people have said, oh, it's not pure fruit. Obviously it's not pure fruit, but the fact that with kids, like they say they don't have to eat everything, or I don't know, but I know a pediatrician in the US have said it's fine for them to have it, so they would have fruit snack every day. And of course they have like whole fruits as well. So my kids are picky eaters to the core, so even with fruits, there are certain fruits they don't eat at all. If you look throughout this video for these 7 days, you realize that what we'll just wing between apple, orange, and mostly apple, orange and grapes. And then now mandarin, tangerine, as we know it, is now in season, so we've been using, there's no sense tangerine in this video, but we started using tangerine this last 1 week. It's in season, but it's still quite expensive anyways. But yeah, so with fruit as well, we just wing it between apple, orange most times, and then tangerine if it's in season. And then yeah, when I mentioned fruit snack also, I realized that you can buy them in bulk if you like it from Costco. So check out Costco for the big pack, but that's something that we eat a lot. So I made toast on this day, and then I just cut it into pieces so that it's just easy for them to eat at school. And that's all I pack. And plantain chips I also buy in bulk, and I just pack it for them because my son loves plantain chips. Like gosh, he loves plantain chips. And then yeah, I just pack it for him as well. I pack it into their lunchbox, and that is it for this particular day. This is another day, and yeah, with apple, see, this method of salt and ice water is something that normally people would say if you had your salt and water and add apple to it, it won't go brown. But I realized that if I use ice water, it is clean like ice, and it just works. So it works for me. And what do I say? If something is not broken, why change it? So I usually would just use ice, salt, and water, of course, and then the apple would be clean. Even till they come back, if they don't eat it, it's still good to go. So that's how I do the apple. And yes, please, before you come for me, I washed my hand immediately. I wake up in the morning and I'm going to the kitchen to pack their lunchbox. I wash my hand before I start, so my hands are always clean. Like that's the first thing I do every day. Okay, what else? Cheetos, they don't like the same things. I've said it in several of my videos. My kids don't like the same thing. It's just funny how it is. Imagine this Cheetos, one person likes this puff, the other person likes whatever the shape of this thing. Like they're just interesting. That's what I've packed there. Plantain chips as always. I'm sure mama would have chin chin, or I don't know what she's having on this day, but Tofumi likes plantain chips. My daughter, my kids are 8 and 6, so my daughter is 6 and my son is 8 years old, so she's the one with the pink stuff. Like you can tell already, she's a baby girl. So yeah, on this day again, they are having apples. And yeah, she loves wafers, biscuit, and Tofumi likes crackers. It doesn't like anything that is sugary. It's not a sweet tooth. My kids generally are not sweet tooth, to be honest. They don't even eat chocolates. That's how bad it is. But yeah, like I said, it's always about variety for me, and they love jollof rice. So yeah, I put hot water in their warmer, so it just keeps it warm before I add the jollof rice. So it keeps it hot, or at least warm to when they are ready to have it for lunch. And then, just in case you don't know, I cook the best jollof rice. Give it to me. Oh gosh, jokes. Anyway, I make amazing smoky patty jollof, if you don't know, and my kids love it. That's one staple that they love so much, and we must always have at home. So on this particular day, they were taking jollof rice and chicken to school. This chicken, I used to do it before now, but now I'm just very lazy, so I usually buy the, what do they call it, southern style fried chicken from either Howdy or Woolies. I realized that one at Howdy is currently expensive for reasons best known to them, so I've been buying from Woolies. So this chicken, I just buy it and put it into my air fryer. Trust me, for school lunch, oh my god, my air fryer is one important tool that saves me a lot of time and money, and you will understand better as we go along. But I use my air fryer almost every morning when I need to pack school lunch. So it's a lot of food packed on this particular day, and that's because they have after school care. So what that means is they're going to school from 7 in the morning to around 6 o'clock or 6:30 p.m. before they get back home. So it's a long day. Okay, on day 4, Tofumi is helping me. There are some days where we are rushing, I'm late, and like, see, I didn't even film the process because he helped me pack some of it. Why? Maybe I was dressing up or something like that. So some days are just like that. So this is orange. We packed orange. I've listed them before, but I think it was just hot bun and hot dog. I just boiled it and added everything together. Another day, apple again. Like always, we just love our apple. We just love our apple, and then they are packing it. So I just packed the apples. I added some pear. They don't really like pear, but trust me, they eat 1 or 2 of these things and it is enough nutrients for them. At least that's what I understand. Like, they don't have to always finish it, but the variety, taking the little they take, it goes a long way for them. Like I said, my air fryer is a very important tool for school lunch, and here you see I just made some so I try as much as possible not to fry for them, to just reduce the fat. So I use the air fryer. So I used air fryer for this chicken nugget, and yeah, I use the air fryer for the chicken nugget, like our fruit snack as always. And then my daughter loves sandwich a lot, so even when I'm giving out that things, I still try to just put sandwich. She not like whatever all of the other options I've packed. She can always change to this one. And Tofumi is having some plantain chips as always. He loves plantain chips. Like, if I can give him to school every day, he's going to take it. It doesn't mind. So yeah, so that's it. And sometimes on some days they actually have school talk shop. So they have a talk shop in their school, which is like a canteen or sort of. So I just give them as a treat, maybe once a week. It's not something maybe twice a month. Once a week is saying it too far. So yeah, maybe twice a month I give them that talk shop. They just want to say, mommy, oh dear, everybody in my class have talk shops. I just make them to blend in and maybe eat things, but they don't even eat things that we don't eat at home. So most times what they will usually order for is either hot dog or they will order for pizza. Those are the 2 things they usually like. Not as if they've tried the macaroni and cheese before and they did not like it, because these ones are just typical Nigerian Yoruba children. They want pepe. Anyway, so Tuesday, back to you, God, and some amigo drink. Why not? So yeah, that's it. Let's see what is next. Oh yeah, put ice pack sometimes when I remember, or when they need something cool. So and I open the drink. This drink can be hard to open sometimes, so I open, like, I twisted the cover a little bit, so it's just easier for them to unbox or open when they get to school. What else? Ice pack for Tofumi. That ice pack is not the best tool, to be honest. It came with one of the lunch bags, so it's just for decoration. Oh yeah, Another day I'm making sausage roll. I've made this, like, this day was not even the perfect day to film it, but I just filmed it. I didn't want to, like, I just filmed it. So you see the perfect side and you see the imperfect side. This thing was, I don't know why the puff pastry I bought was not the best. So I usually would buy this puff pastry from either Coles, Woolies, and Coles, Woolies, right? I buy the puff pastry and just roll the hot dog in it. It doesn't look so pretty, but again, my air fryer came through for me. So this is what it looks like. See, it still looks pretty regardless. See, it still looks pretty. It looks pretty. The outcome is nice, but the puff pastry was just not the best at the point. But yeah, and then I did some orange cut out as well. And this is the final day of lunchbox pack with me, and we have our pizza. I usually buy frozen pizza from Coles or Woolies as well, and I just made added some chicken. It is usually pepperoni pizza, but my kids don't like the pepperoni, so I take it off and just have chicken so they can at least get some protein. And then I added some apples. As always, I use this crinkle cutter to cut the apples. I just recently realized that, oh yeah, I could actually use this crinkle cutter to cut some of their fruits, and then they really like it, so I've been using it lately. It just makes it look more pretty and nice. So that's it. And then this banana muffin, I get it from Coles. Tofumi really loves it. And then they have their yogurt. Mama has Pringles, and that's it. And like this day, you can tell it is half day at school, so it's not a lot. We're just using the small one. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.